Hey guys, in this video we are going to learn how to create an e-commerce website in WordPress. So we are going to use free themes and plugins to create this beautiful e-commerce website. So this is our website. You can see that we have a shop logo over here and we have a menu over here, and on the top we also have a search button so your users can search for a product from here. There's also a user avatar over here and there's the cart icon. So let's take a look at the slider over here. So we have an image and a price tag is inserted over here. There are some text and a buy now button. Also, this is a slider, so you can add various slides to it and you can connect your products to this slider. Then we have a category section from here. There are furnitures, accessories, lighting, decor, vases. So you can utilize this and add your own images and create your own categories, then connect it with this, or you can build a category section from scratch. So let's scroll down and we have a new arrivals section. So if you add a product to your site, it will be added over here. And if we scroll down, there's another section with an image, some text and a button. And we have a featured product section, and finally a section where you can include your users' comments and a latest news section. And finally we have a footer, and in the footer you can see that we have a footer menu. We have some social icons and there's the decor, the categories, information, and contact details. I hope you're ready because we are going to dive in and start building this e-commerce website. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is get yourself a domain and hosting for your e-commerce website. So we're here in Namecheap's website, and Namecheap is very popular for providing domain and hosting services. So you can get your domain and hosting from Namecheap. We will provide the link of this website in the description below. So let's look at a few WordPress packages. So hover your mouse over hosting and click on WordPress hosting. You can also get shared hosting, but since we're building a website for WordPress, why not get WordPress packages? So Namecheap EasyWP, which is a fast and affordable managed WordPress hosting solution for everyone. So if we scroll down, we can look at the three packages over here. You can pick a monthly billing or annual billing package. So from here you can see there's an EasyWP starter package, there's the turbo package and the supersonic package. You can pick any of these, but I always prefer you pick the turbo or the supersonic because these give you the free CDN and free SSL certificate. Okay, so click in one of these and get your domain and hosting from Namecheap. If you don't want to get your domain and hosting from Namecheap, you can go to HostGator. HostGator also provides some amazing domain and hosting services for WordPress. So let me show you. If I hover my mouse over hosting and there's WordPress hosting, let's click on WordPress hosting. Okay, it brings us over here and it has three plans: the starter plan, standard plan, and the business plan. So these are amazing because any of this plan will provide you a free SSL certificate and a free domain. So if you're wondering what an SSL certificate is, an SSL certificate is a certificate for your website that protects by encrypting the communication between the server and the visitors to your website. It also adds a padlock icon beside the URL of your website, marking your website safe. So if you want to build a website today, an SSL certificate is an absolute must. Without this, you are going to lose a lot of visitors. Okay, so get a package that has the SSL certificate, and you can also scroll down and check out some of their features, of course. So after you're done, let's say you want to purchase a plan. I'm going to click on the standard plan. And here it takes you to this page. Of course, you need to create a HostGator account first. So from here you can write your WordPress domain. So write a name of our domain and add this .com or .online, .store. Since you're building an e-commerce website, you can add this store to your domain name. Just pick a good domain name for your website. If you already own a domain, then click on this tab and paste in your domain. Okay. So next, you can scroll down and choose the number of blogs. So if you are not sure about your package, you can select the starter site from here. And you can also select the billing cycle. For 36 months, this is the best offer because they offer 54.2% off. Okay, you can also select for 24 months, 12 months, whichever package you're comfortable with. Select any one you like. Okay, then scroll down, and of course you have to create your HostGator account, then put in your billing info, your first name, last name, your company, your phone number. All these fields with the red asterisk is required field, so you have to put in these details, and you have to put in your country, city, state. And you also have to put in your payment type. You can pay with credit card or your PayPal. Select your preferred methods, and then let's scroll down. And from here, you can see there are additional services. So the site lock essentials and the site backup, these two are included for free. And the SSL certificate, if you're wondering why this is here, you already have a free SSL certificate, but this is a positive SSL certificate by Sectigo. So unlike the free SSL, this certificate comes with a warranty of up to $10,000 to ensure that your visitors' information and passwords, credit info, etc. are saved and protected. Since you're building an e-commerce website, I think it's a good idea to get a positive SSL certificate, to protect your customers' information. But since we're just starting out, you might skip with this and buy this positive SSL certificate later on. So let's scroll down, and the coupon code is already applied. And finally, here's the total amount, the $101.70. So if you agree with all of these, just click on this box over here and click on checkout now to purchase your domain and hosting from HostGator. After purchasing the domain and hosting plan, log into your hosting account dashboard. The WordPress site should be installed automatically if you have purchased the WordPress package. But in case you haven't, no need to worry. You can simply contact your hosting live chat and they will launch the fresh WordPress site for you. This method is different for different hosting providers, so you will get your WordPress site up and running within the least amount of time by contacting your hosting provider's live chat support. So once a fresh copy of WordPress site is live, then log into your WordPress dashboard. So from here, type in the username and password. So I'm typing in my username and my password. And I'm clicking on the login button. And I have logged into my WordPress admin dashboard. So this is the first screen that you are going to see. Now this is the WordPress backend or admin panel or dashboard, whatever you would like to call it. So you will see this welcome to WordPress sign over here, and it tells you that learn more about the 6.1.1 version. So this is my current WordPress version that I'm using. You can also see this version if you scroll down, and it's written version 6.1.1. So let me give you a quick introduction of the dashboard. On the left hand side of the screen, you can see there's a menu with a couple of options in it. You can collapse this menu, or you can expand this, and you can see there are a couple of things over here. I mean, after the welcome sign, there's the site health status, the quick draft, there's the at a glance, activity, WordPress events and news. These all are here to help you know the current status of your website and quickly organize your website from here. You can also drag and drop these things, as you can see. You can drag this over here and over here, and using these arrow keys you can also move their position. So if you want to move this quick draft below here, so you can just press this one and you can see the quick draft has moved down here. Now click on the up button, it will go back up. You can also fold these. For example, you can fold this quick draft, this news, at a glance, activity. You can fold all of this together. And whenever you need to know the site health, you can just press on this button. So I would like to also show you how you can remove all of this from here. You can just simply scroll up and then see the screen options over here. Simply click on this and you can see that these are the screen elements: the site health, the at a glance, activity, quick drafts, WordPress events and news, and the welcome. So if I deselect all of these, now you can see the dashboard is completely clean and clear. So you can go with this option, but having some of these options are really helpful. For example, I don't want the welcome screen, So I'm going to click it off. I want to view the site health, the activities, at a glance and activities, quick draft, WordPress, events and news. So all these are actually very helpful. I'm going to actually drag and drop it over here. So you can customize your dashboard from here. All right, so the next option is the updates. So from here, if you have any updates on your core WordPress or plugins or themes, it will notify you that you have a theme that needs to be updated or which plugins you need to update. So all of this information will be available over here. Okay, so the next thing you can see are the posts. So I'm not going to go into posts right now, but just let me show you. You can see there's a dummy post over here which says the hello world. So when you install WordPress, this post gets added. You can delete it if you want, but I'm keeping it for now. There's the media library. This is where you can upload your images, videos, media files basically. Now here's the pages. From here you can add new pages, edit, quick edit, preview, trash. So these options are available. Currently we have two pages, the sample page and the privacy policy. The next option is the comments. Of course, this is self-explanatory. You can see the comments users made on your website. The next one is the appearance. From here you can add themes, and after you install and activate a theme, more options will be added over this option. And the next is the plugins. Finally, users, tools, settings, and that's all of the options. So now I would like to show you the settings option at first. So the settings option has the general, writing, reading, discussion, so many options over here. For now, I'm going to show you the general option, which is very important. From here, you can actually select your site title, tagline. You can view your WordPress URL, site address. You can also put in your administrator email address. Then there's the membership, so anyone can register to your site. You can check mark this so that people will be able to register to your site, but for now I'm just going to leave it unchecked. And there are also new user default role. For example, if you enable this, what role will the users be after their registration? There's a few roles: subscriber, contributor, author, editor, administrator, etc. So I'll show you how you can register new users as well. So here you can choose your site language, time zone. You can select your time zone, date format, and finally click on Save Changes to save your changes. So I don't want to do much over here. I just want to select a site title for my site. Your site title can be very important for your SEO. For example, if you are selling for example, summer clothings. If you're selling summer clothings or winter clothings, you can add that over here along with your website's name. So let me give you an example. Okay, so I have named my website My Shop, and I also added winter clothing over here. So whenever anyone searches for any winter clothing or winter collection, it will help with my SEO, and they will be able to find my website much easier. So you can add this if you want. All right, so but for this demonstration I want to keep it simple, and I'm removing this for now to keep everything simple. All right, but site titles actually is very important for your SEO. And the next is the tagline. Of course, tagline is also very important. You have to describe. You can see that they have written in a few words, explain what this site is about. So the search bots also use this information to identify or distinguish your website. All right, so I'm going to say what kind of website I'm going to be building. So let me put in a tagline. Okay, so I named the tagline "The Best Online Clothing Store." I know it could be a better tagline, but for the time being, since this is just a demonstration, so I'm using a simple tagline over here. So after you're done, you can already see this was previously WordPress and now it says My Shop. So the changes already took place. So I'm going to click on Save Changes now, and we are done at this point. Now let's look at the writing. I don't think the writing is very important right now, but you can see which is the default post category. So if you have posts on your e-commerce site, and by default it will be the uncategorized. So if you create more categories, for example, if I hover my mouse over posts and there's categories over here, so if I create new categories, it will be added over here. All right, so you can also select your default post format, your mail server, login name, etc. So for now, this is not important for our e-commerce site, so I'm going to skip this and move on to permalinks. Permalinks is very important. This is basically the permanent link of your website. So if we make any posts, the posts will be displayed like this: HTTP, your domain name, the year, the month, and the date, and finally the name of the post. So this looks very inconvenient, you know. So let me show you how it looks. Let's go to the posts that we have. You see, hello world, we have this post. So let's click on edit for now and see how it looks. So this is our post. As it is a dummy post, it only says hello world and some text is over here. But if we look at the URL over here, if you click on it, you can see the URL is HTTP, our domain name, the date, and finally the name of the post. So it looks a bit longer, all right? So we can change it. So let's go back to our dashboard. We can click on this WordPress logo over here. It will bring us to our dashboard. Then we are going to go to settings, and then we're going to go to permalinks. From here, you can see there are a couple of ways of selecting your permalinks. So we are going to select the post name, all right? So this is the best way to set up your posts. So it's going to have your domain name along with the title of your post. We also have a post on our blog explaining how you can choose the best permalink for your website. So if you want to know more about that, read that post. So the link will be provided in the description below. So after you're done, don't forget to save your changes, and then let's move on to users. So from here, you can actually add or remove users. So if you are an admin, you can add users. You can also remove them. You can select their role as well. So for example, I'm currently the admin. I'm going to click on this add new button. And from here, I can select a username, an email, the first name, last name, and the website, and finally a password for a new user. Then I can select a role. So there are currently subscriber, contributor, author, editor, and administrator. So there are 5 roles. So the administrator will have the highest privilege, you know. He will be able to create posts, he will be able to delete posts, he will be even able to remove other users and edit their roles as well. So I would recommend that you always keep this role to yourself. And if you have other users, give them other roles such as the subscriber, contributor, author, editor. Now these roles are self-explanatory, so you can create new users from here as well. Also, you can customize your own profile. So let me click on profile. So as you can see, there's a lot of options over here. Let me just explain a few of them. The first one, you can see the admin color scheme. From here, you can select various colors for your website: the light color, the modern color, the blue. So I'm going to keep it default, but you have the option to change into any color you'd like. So from here, my current name is user. I don't have a first name here. I don't have a last name here. I can add these names. Also, the nickname which is required, you can see the username is here. It also identifies as user over here. You can see on the right corner. You can see the user. They have retrieved this information from this nickname over here. You can also see display publicly as user. So there's a drop down over here. Here's a cool thing actually. For example, if I write my first name and last name, this will dynamically receive all this information. Let me show you. So I have added my first name as John and last name as Doe. And finally, if I click on this display, you can see that it's suggesting us various names, the John Doe, Doe John. So you can select your name and it will be displayed over here. Next one is the email address. Of course, we have used a dummy email address, but you should provide an actual email address when you are building your e-commerce website. So this is our website URL, and finally some biographical information and the profile picture. So if you want to change your profile picture, you can simply click on this. You can change your profile picture on Gravatar. So click on this link and it will take you to Gravatar. From there you can add your public profile picture and it will be displayed over here. You can also change your password from here and sessions from here. So after you're done, just simply click on the update profile and everything will be updated. Okay, so those were the basic things that you needed to know. Now let me explain how we are going to build our e-commerce website. So how WordPress works is you first install and activate a theme, and then you install various plugins to add different functionalities to your website. So currently we have a theme. Let's click on this appearance and themes. So as you can see, we have 3 themes over here. These are the default WordPress themes, the 2021, 2022, and 2023. So 2023 is their latest theme and it is currently activated. You can see it's written active over here. So this is the activated theme. If you want to look at your website, I know I should have shown you the website, how it looks before, so let's take a look at it now. I'm to click on visit site. So this is how our website currently looks. As you can see, it doesn't have much content. This is the logo over here. This is only one page that we have, and this is a title over here. And this is the Hello World post. If you remember, I showed you this post earlier. So that is how our site looks. Now let's get back to our dashboard and let's go back to themes. So I would recommend not keeping any theme installed which you're not using. So I'm not using the 2021 and 2022 theme, so I'm going to remove them. I'm going to simply click on them and then click on this delete, and then I will confirm it and it's deleted. I'll do the same with this theme as well. I'm going to click on delete and then click on OK. Nice. Now we only have one theme, the theme that we are using. So that is how themes work. Now let's take a look at plugins. Click on plugins and you can see that we have 2 plugins over here, the Akismet Anti-Spam and Hello Dolly. So the Hello Dolly, this is just a plugin that is always installed when you install WordPress. So if you're using a domain and hosting service from some other service providers, they will install their own plugins over here if they are activated. For example, I've activated Hello Dolly right now. If I don't need it, I can simply click on this deactivate button and then click on this delete to delete this plugin. The Akismet Anti-Spam. If you want, you can keep it, but for this purpose, I don't need it and I'm going to delete it as well. So I'm going to delete it. So we don't have any plugins installed right now. Now we can start building our WordPress e-commerce website. So first thing I'm going to install is a theme. So I'm going to hover my mouse over appearance and click on themes. And from here, I'm going to click on this add new button. And it's going to search for a few themes. Okay, so it's showing us a couple of themes over here. You can see there's the 2023 theme, which is installed and activated. There are a lot of more themes. The Hello Elementor, Astra 2021, 2020, the Ocean WP 2017. There are many themes over here. So you can also filter your theme with popular, latest block themes. I mean, that uses the block editor, or your favorite ones. You can put any theme to your favorite list, or you can use this featured filter to filter out the themes you need. For example, we need an e-commerce theme. We can click on this e-commerce and then click on the apply filters. If you have some more suggestions, you can select all of these and then click on this apply filter button. And you can see it's showing us the e-commerce themes. How nice is this? Now you can pick any theme from here. All right. So that is a cool way to add filters to your theme shop. So I'm going to click on the popular again, and I'm going to search for a theme called Blocksy. So Blocksy is a very popular theme. We use Blocksy for many of our projects. If you have seen some of our videos, you will see that we have been using Blocksy a couple of times. So Blocksy also offers e-commerce templates as well. So first, to install a theme, we're going to hover a mouse over here. You can click on the details and preview to know more about the theme before installing it. The preview button is here as well, but I'm not going to take a look at the preview. I'm simply going to click on the install button. and it's installing. Now give it some time and it will install. It's installed, but it's not still activated. So I'm going to click on this activate button. Alright, so Blocksy has been installed. As you can see, it takes us to another screen where you can see the customizer, shortcuts, the color options, header options, blog options, page options. It gives you a bunch of different options, some useful plugins. As you can see, there are a lot of plugins over here. You can install it directly from here. You can see the change log over here. So Blocksy is always updated very frequently, so you always get the best features when they are available. So currently we're using the free version of Blocksy. It's still enough to build our e-commerce website, but if you're looking for Blocksy Pro, it adds a ton of different features. So if you click on this free versus Pro, you can see some of the comparison. For example, the multiple condition sidebar. The Pro version gives you this one, but you won't get this with the free. So there are a ton of different options that you can get with the Pro version. So at any point of time, if you want to upgrade to Blocksy Pro, you can do it from here. All right. So for now, I'm going to go to Home, and now I'm going to show you guys how our website currently looks. So I'm going to hover my mouse over my shop and click on Visit Site. As you can see, our website has changed, although it doesn't look that good because there's no content in our website. We just have one post and the logo is still there. There's the sample page and there's a search button over here. So it's added by Blocksy. You don't have to configure it in any way. If I click on this, you can see a cool search option over here. So the design, everything was added by Blocksy. All right. So it looks really nice. So I don't want to build my website from block by block. I will import a theme. Blocksy actually gives you the ability to import various themes. But before that, I know you guys might be getting bored. So I'm going to show you how you can install a plugin. So we are going to install WooCommerce. WooCommerce is one of the most popular e-commerce plugins for WordPress, and it has been developed by Automattic, the same company that provides WordPress.com services. So it works amazingly with WordPress. So we are going to install the WooCommerce. To install WooCommerce, simply click on plugins. Oh, you can also see a new information over here which says, thanks for installing Blocksy, you rock. Now they're saying we strongly recommend you to activate the Blocksy Companion plugin. So after you install the Blocksy theme, you will be prompted with this notification. They will ask you to install another plugin, which is the Blocksy Companion plugin. So if you install this plugin, it adds various features to your Blocksy theme. And using this plugin, we can import the starter site that we are looking for. So I'm going to do it later on. Right now, I want to show you how you can install a plugin manually. So always come into plugin and then click on this add new button. You can also click on add new from here as well, so it doesn't matter. Click on this add new and you can see the plugin section works similarly as the themes section. So here are all the recommended plugins, as you can see. And here's where you can search for your plugins. You can also search for popular, recommended, favorites, but I'm going to search for WooCommerce from here. So we now have WooCommerce. So WooCommerce is not a small plugin. It's a very huge plugin with a large number of functionalities within them. All right. So no matter what e-commerce you're looking to build, WooCommerce can provide you with the solution. So as you can see, it has been developed by Automattic. It has over 5 million active users, and it has been updated 1 month ago. You can see over here. And another very important thing is to check this point. All right. Compatible with your version of WordPress. The plugin that we want to use is actually compatible with our version. If it isn't, for some reason, you won't be able to use it. Even though if you install it, it might crash your website. So always check if the plugin you're installing is compatible with your current version. All right. So to install it, I'm simply going to click on this Install Now button. Alright, so our WooCommerce plugin has been installed, and as you can see, it's installed but not activated. So if you click on this activate button, it will be activated. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to click on this activate button, and it's being activated. You just have to wait for a few seconds. As soon as you activate WooCommerce, it will take you to an installation page. So you can see there are 5 steps over here: store details, industry, product types, business details, and final one is the theme. Alright? So the first one is the store details. Let me tell you, you can actually skip all of this by clicking on this link over here, skip setup store details, because you can go through these steps manually. But I want to show you how the setup works actually, all right? So first, there's the country and region. So you can select your country or region where your store is based, all right? So I'm going to click over here. And you can choose, there are many options over here. So there are a lot of countries over here. You can select your country from the list. If you cannot find your country in this list, you can simply type over here and it will give you the name of your country along with the state. For example, if I type United States, you can see that the states appear as well. So select your country or your region from here. So I have selected my country and region. Then I'm going to put an address. Okay, so I've put in an address. Then they want to know the postcode. So I'm going to put in the postcode. I'm going to write the city. And from this checkbox, if you check it, you will get tips, product updates, and inspirational straight to your mailbox. So I don't want this right now. So I'm going to leave it unchecked and I'm going to click on continue. And they're going to prompt it, build a better WooCommerce. A few of your non-sensitive data will be gathered and sent to WooCommerce so they can make WooCommerce even better. All right, so I'm clicking no thanks because it's already such a great plugin. I'm not going to just use that. So this is just a demo website. All right, so I'm going to click on no thanks. In the next step, it's asking you, in which industry does the store operate? All right, so there are a few industries over here: fashion, apparel and accessories, health and beauty, electronics and computers, food and drink, home furniture and gardening, education and learning, and others. So if the business that you want to do is included here, your industry is included over here, you can select it. Otherwise, you can click on this other button and describe that industry. All right, so again, this is not compulsory. You can skip all of this, but I'm just showing you how the setup works. So I'm going to click on fashion, apparel, and accessories because it goes with our theme that we're using. I'm going to click on continue. And then it asks you what kind of product will you be listing. All right. So currently we can select physical products and downloads. But if we want to select subscriptions, memberships, bookings, bundles, and customizable products, you can see there's a little fee added over here. So these few listings will be available only if you pay this amount of money. So for example, if you want to sell subscriptions and memberships, you have to pay $16.58 per month. So I'm not going to go with this. I am going to select physical products or downloads. All right. I'm simply going to click on continue. And then there's the business details. So tell us about your business. How many products do you plan to display? So I'm going to click on this drop down. You can say, I don't have any products yet. If that's the truth, you can select it. Or if you want to sell 1 to 10 products, or 11 to 100 products. If you want to sell over 1,000 products, you can select that as well. So I'm going to select on 11 to 100 and currently selling elsewhere. So if I'm selling this on another store, for example, if I have a Shopify store, you can mention it over here. Yes, on another platform, I own a different store powered by WooCommerce, etc. So I'm going to select no. And if you're setting this up for a client, for example, if you have a client and they asked you to build a WooCommerce site, you can select this checkbox. So then next, click on continue. and this is the free feature, included business feature. We recommend enhancing your store with these free extensions. No commitment required. You can remove them at any time you want. So WooCommerce is suggesting you to install a few extensions in order to enhance your store. So these are all free. You can see the basics: enhance speed and security with Jetpack, grow your store with this mail point, and these are all free. All right, so if you don't want any of this, you can deselect them, or you can deselect all if you want. So currently I don't want to install any extra plugins, but some of these plugins are really great. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to disable all of these, but you can definitely install all of these, right? These are free. Okay, so then I'm going to click on the continue button. And now it's asking us to choose a theme. So currently we already have the Blocksy theme installed and activated, and WooCommerce already has some stores, which is the storefront, and it's also a free theme. You can click on the live demo button to view how the site looks. So we actually want to go with my theme, the Blocksy. Blocksy is really good. So I want to show you how this looks. So I'm going to click on continue with my active theme. And that's it. Our WooCommerce has been installed, activated, and we have set up our store. Fantastic. So that covers a lot of things. So now we can simply start adding our product and adding its price, and then setting up our site. So this looks really, really good right now. So now you can see there are a couple of more steps. You can see there's a progress bar over here. You can see they say follow these steps to start selling quickly. 1 out of 6 complete. So we have added our store details. The next step would be to add a product, then set up our payments, add tax rates, get more sales, and personalize our store. So after this 5 more steps, our WooCommerce will be completely ready. But before doing that, we are going to look at how our website looks. So you can see that there are 2 options right now. Previously, there was only one option, that was visit our site. Now you can see there's another option, visit the store. So if I click on visit our site, you can see the website is exactly the same. Only difference is a few more pages has been added. You can see the cart over here, the checkout page, my account, and the sample page was the default page that we had. And there's a new page, which is the shop page. So if we click on this cart, so you can see this is a new page, and it says your cart is currently empty, and your users can add the products to their cart. This page, this cart will be populated. All right. And then there's the checkout page. If I click on the checkout page, you can see, of course, the cart is empty because we have no product. So the checkout page is redirecting us to the cart page since we have no product. So this is a great functionality added by WooCommerce. The next page is the My Account page. Now this was added by WooCommerce as well. WooCommerce basically created a My Account page for your users. So if you want your shoppers to create an account on your e-commerce store, they will see this page. They will have a dashboard which says hello user. So currently my name is user, that's why they're calling me user. So if I click on orders, I can take a look at the orders that I've made. I can see there's no orders right now, but if I made some orders, it will be displayed over here. Then the downloads is over here. Remember, we actually selected that we want physical products and downloadable products. That is why they created this option over here. That is why going through the setup process is very important. If you skipped it, you wouldn't probably see this option over here. So the downloads section is over here. So if your user purchases any downloadable content, it would be displayed over here. The next thing is the addresses. Of course, you can add the billing address. So these need to be added manually by your user. All right. And when they order something from your site, the package or the product will be delivered in the address they've mentioned over here. And finally, there's the account details. And in here, your users can set their first name, last name, and select a name that will be displayed on the website. They can put in their email address, and they can also change their password. And finally, the logout button. If I click on this, I will be logged out of my account, so I'm not going to do that. So let's click on the shop page. So that was the My Accounts page. Let's click on the shop, and you can see there's no products over here. Our page is completely empty, and that's it. That's basically what WooCommerce does for you. If I click on My Shop, which is the logo over here, it brings us to our home page. Now let's go to our dashboard. Simply we can hover our mouse over here and click on Dashboard. And I also want to show you what happens if you click on Visit Store. You might have already guessed, it brings us to the shop page, which is this page. Fantastic. So now let's go back to our dashboard. And now let's install the Blocksy Companion. You can see the notification is still here. So we're going to relieve this notification, install the Blocksy Companion plugin, import our starter site. All right, so let's do that right now. So you can click on Install Blocksy Companion button from here. So it's installing and activating my plugin. So you can do it directly from here, right? You don't need to go to the Blocksy option. All right, so Blocksy Companion plugin has been installed and activated, and you can see there's a new option over here that says Blocksy. So it added a new option in our dashboard. How cool is that? The plugin also included two new options over here, the starter sites and extensions. The starter sites, it's a collection of templates which you can import to your site to make your site look better, and extensions give you added features to your website. So let's take a look at the extensions first. You can see there's free extensions and pro extensions. So there are great benefits of using the Blocksy Pro. You'd be able to get professional extensions. So let's take a look at the free extensions first. The cookie consent, which is very important. Nowadays, you have to show that cookie acceptance box. Without this, your website might not be following proper guidelines, right? So I'm going to click on this cookie consent to activate this. For product reviews, you can activate this as well. Let's go ahead and click on activate and let's see what it does. All right, so it added a new product review section. So let's click on the starter site and see if there's any cool e-commerce theme for us. So as you can see, there are a lot of free themes over here. It's also for photo studio, for restaurant, and they have a theme for almost everything, you can see. And another important thing is when I hover my mouse over these themes, you can see it says available for either Gutenberg or Elementor. So Gutenberg and Elementor, these are actually page builders. Using this, you can build your website. So for our purpose, we are going to be using Gutenberg. It's very popular. For WordPress, Gutenberg is the default page builder. So we are going to go with Gutenberg. But if you're more comfortable with Elementor, you can pick Elementor as well. So let's go ahead and see. There's the home decor. This is a good e-commerce theme. Actually, there are a lot of e-commerce theme. This one, Yogi, which is probably suitable for gym or yoga website if you're trying to sell memberships. Homey, this is also very good, and you can see it's available for 3 builders: Gutenberg, Breezy, Elementor. You can also click on preview to see how the website looks before you can import it. So there are tons of themes actually. I'm very confused which I'm going to use. Okay, I think the home decor is really good. Let's take a look at the preview. Okay, you can see this is very clean. It has a logo over here, the menu is over here, and the search icon, the cart button over here. And it looks really clean. I think this is really good. So let's use this theme, all right? So I'm going to click on this import button, and it has launched a mini installer. So it's asking us to install the child theme. So I always recommend using a child theme, because if anything goes wrong with your theme, you can always revert back to the main theme, all right? So click on this child theme, click on next, and now it's asking us to choose our page builder. So we have Gutenberg and Elementor. So only 2 are available, so I'm going to select Gutenberg as I'm more comfortable with Gutenberg. You can go with Elementor if you want, it's completely up to you, but always use only one page builder. So I'm selecting Gutenberg and clicking on next. Now it's asking us to install and activate some plugins. So there are 4 recommended plugins over here: the Block Slider, the WooCommerce, WP Forms, Contact Forms, Stackable, Gutenberg Blocks. So the WooCommerce we already installed, so it detected it, and now you cannot select this. So it's already installed. So we are going to leave the rest 3 checked. So we want these to be installed. So I'm going to click on next. And it's also asking us if we want to import the options, widgets, content, and the clean installation. So we want all of these to be selected. Now I'm going to click on the install button, and it's installing. So give it some time and your new theme will be imported. Alright, our starter site imported successfully. Now let's click on View Site to take a look at how our site currently looks. Excellent. Now you can see that Blocksy has imported everything over here from the theme, from the starter site. You can see the image over here. There's text over here with buttons. We also got a new logo over here. I will show you how you can replace it with your own logo, but let's take a look at what else we got. So let's scroll down. Oh, you can see there's pagination system over here. You can browse for more products. So if you upload new products, it will appear over here. Now let's scroll down. There are some icons over here. We can write something over here. High quality price, fast delivery, best warranty. Of course, you can replace these icons and texts with your own one. Let's take a look at these products. Of course, there are furnitures, accessories, vases, decor, lighting. So these are all categories, you know, the furnitures, the accessories. You can change this into the actual category you want to sell. For example, if you want to sell clothing, you can delete this furniture category and add the clothing category, or you can just simply add another category altogether. So there's the new arrival. So these are the sections. If you upload a product to your page, these will be displayed over here. These are the new arrivals. You can see the prices over here, the selling price and the actual price. So let's click on a product and see how it looks. I'm going to click on this furniture over here. Excellent. You can see there's a sale icon over here. If you hover your mouse over the product, you can see that it zooms in, so your users can get a better look at the product. So there's the title of the product, the price, and a few description. So you can add a description to your product. And here is the e-commerce mechanic. So from this button, you can see you can add it to the cart. So if I click on plus, it increases the amount of the product. So I can buy 5 of this furniture. Again, we can see the category. It's the furniture category. There's a long description over here as well, along with some reviews. So your shoppers can leave reviews. They can put star marks over here. And there's a related product. So these are all other furnitures. And finally, there's the footer. Fantastic. So if I click on this add to cart button, you can see that it gets added to our cart. So everything is working perfectly. So if I click on view cart, you know, it shows us our cart. We can also have the option to apply coupon. WooCommerce gives you this option. So if you have any coupons, you can add the functionality over here. And finally, if you click on proceed to checkout, it directs you to the checkout page. So here your users can fill out the billing details, the company name, country, region, etc., and click on place order to place this order. Okay, so I'm going to remove this product for now to empty our cart. Oh, there's also an option to undo. So let's go back to the home page. It's actually very nice. So let's take a look over here. There's a section with up to 50% of interior home decor details, and there's the featured products, and there's another section where you can display the comments and ratings of your users. So this is fantastic actually. Oh, there's also latest news. So they added a blog here as well. So if you want to start your own blog for your e-commerce, you can do that as well. And finally, there's the footer. You can also design your footer menu the way you want. We have the footer builder in Blocksy. So you can build your footer the way you want. So there's a footer menu over here. There's a few social icons, a description of your site, categories, information, contact details, and lots of good stuff. So let's scroll back up and take a look at other pages. If we click on services, you can see there's a services page for lighting, home decor, interior design. For example, if people are buying lighting products for you, you can provide assistance of setting up those lighting equipment. You can provide these services if you want. If you want, you can also remove this page because you might not be providing these services. But it's still a helpful thing to include in your e-commerce website, you know? So let's take a look at the products page. As you can see, all the products are showing over here. You can actually filter by price. You can move this slider up and down and it will filter. Let's click on $10 to $80 and click on filter. And you can see the only products will be shown here is within the range of $10 to $80. So fantastic. Now let's take a look at the About Us page. This is the About Us page. Here you can put your details, your picture over here, and you can add your team. This is a very nice way. And there is a place where you can put the video as well. So you don't have to go around and build everything blog by blog. You can simply replace all of these with your details. If you don't have a design in your mind, you can simply replace all of these with your own details. All right, so let's take a look at the blog page. So there's the blogs with interior ideas, DIY, decor. If we click on a blog, you can see they designed everything perfectly. So if you would have gone around and did it by yourself, it would have taken you a lot of time, but they did everything for you over here. So people can also leave post comment over here. And now let's take a look at the contact page. So the contact page is your physical address, your email, phone numbers through which your users can communicate. Your users can also send you a message through here. You can also customize this form using the WP forms. Right here we have the WP forms, so you can edit this as well. And there's the latest news, new arrivals. I think new arrivals is not necessary in the contact page, but we will customize everything later on. So that is currently how our website looks. So we have set up WooCommerce, we have imported a starter site. Now all that is left to do is add our own products with our own categories and our own images and add the price to it. All right, so let's go to the dashboard and start doing that. All right, so hover your mouse over here and click on dashboard. Now we're back in the dashboard. Before adding products, there are a few things that I want to show you first. So let's start with the dashboard, all right? So you can see there are two new notifications over here. One is from stackable Gutenberg blocks, and the other one is from the block slider. So these two are plugins, all right? So these were installed when we were importing our starter site. If you guys remember, we selected Gutenberg as our page builder. Using Gutenberg, you can build your website. And Stackable is another plugin that adds more blocks to Gutenberg, making it more powerful. So the starter site that we are using uses these two plugins to create the site. So these two notifications are telling us to complete the activations. So you can click on this button and activate. So let me show you how you can quickly do that. If you simply click on the link, it will bring you over here. You can see the stackables has been added over here in settings. Previously, we didn't have this option. We only had general writing, reading, discussion, media, permalinks, and privacy. But now, Stackable, this new option has been added over here. So you can click on Allow and Continue, and this will activate your Stackable Gutenberg block plugin. So it directs you to the setup wizard page. From here you can click on the get started button and it will bring you to this page. As you can see, there are so many options over here. There's the settings, documentation, contact us. You can see there are lots of information to explore over here. So I'm not going to go through all of these right now. You can explore if you want, but we're going to go back to our dashboard. So the other notification that we had is from the block slider plugin. So let me explain to you what this plugin does. If I go to my website, you can see this slider over here. This was created with the block slider. So now let's get back to our dashboard. So this plugin is also telling us to activate it now. We can click on this link and click on allow and continue. This will also activate your block slider plugin. Now I can dismiss these two notifications and get back to our dashboard. As you can see, our dashboard looks kind of different. It is because WP Forms added a new element to our dashboard. So this plugin is used to build the forms in our website. No need to worry that much about this plugin because we're not going to work that much with WP Forms. But if you want to increase your newsletter signups and gather email addresses, then WP Forms is very useful. So if we click on the screen options, you can see there are a few more options added over here. The WP Forms, of course, is the new one. And the other one is the WooCommerce recent reviews and the WooCommerce status. So let's check out these two elements. So if we scroll down, we can see there's two new elements that's added over here. The one is the WooCommerce recent reviews. Since we have no products, we have no reviews as well. But when you receive reviews from your users, it will be displayed over here. Again, you can see another element is the WooCommerce status. Now this particular element shows you your overall sale this month. So we have no sale right now since we have no products, but if you add more products, more orders will be made, and it will also show you which products are low in stock, which orders are on hold, which orders are awaiting process. So this is very useful. You can also click on this up arrow button to display this status bar over here. So whenever you enter your WordPress site, this is the first thing that you are going to see, an overall report on your WooCommerce website. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to put it back where it was, just to keep things simple. Okay, so that's it for the elements. Now, the first thing that I would like to do is add a logo for our website. So you can see there's the logo over here. And of course, if you are building your own e-commerce website, you should have your own logo. So if you want to upload your logo, just click on this customize button over here. We can also access this customizer from our admin dashboard. Okay, here we are in our theme customizer. So this is the theme customizer for Blocksy. Different themes have their own way of building this customizer. Blocksy is very clean. It added headers over here. As you can see, there's the general option, post types, pages, WooCommerce, core. So we're not going to go through all the options, but I'm going to give you a little idea how you can work with it. For example, I want to change the header. All right. So to change the header, Blocksy has a unique header builder. Using that, you can customize the header the way you want. So let me show you. From the general options, let's first click on the header option. And from here, you can see a builder popped out. So it has 3 rows, the top row, the main row, and the bottom row. So you can see the main row has a few elements over here, while the top row and the bottom row are empty. So how do you work with the builder? So you can see there are a few elements over here as well. And what you need to do is simply drag and drop these in anywhere you like. For example, if I put my logo in the middle, let's see what happens. It doesn't look that nice, but if I put my menu over here, you can see everything has changed. My logo is on the middle and my menu is on the left-hand side. I can even remove my menu altogether. So the logo is only in the middle. How cool is that? You can simply drag and drop these elements and it will be placed dynamically in real time over here. So I can bring the menu back over here and bring it to the middle. And that's basically how you can build your menu. You can also put items on your top row or bottom row. So let's see how this works. If I drag the social media over here and put it in the top row, as you can see, another top row was created and the top row has the social media icons over here. So you can play around with the design, go ahead and customize your header the way you want. But for now, let's see how you can change your logo. So to change your logo, simply click on this logo. And you can see the logo, current logo is over here. So we're simply going to click on this edit button. And this opens up another screen. So from here, you can either upload a file from your system, or you can browse the media library for existing images. So these images were added by the starter kit. Since we imported the starter kit, it imported all these images. So I'm going to upload my own image. So I'm going to click on select file and I'm going to select an image from my computer. Okay, so this is a little logo that I made and I just uploaded it and I'm going to select it right now. So before uploading, there are a few things that you might want to know. You can actually put alt texts over here, captions and descriptions. It's a good idea to put alt tags and descriptions. For most images, that's how it works. So for example, I'm going to put an alt text here. Okay, the alt tag is set up. I wrote my shop logo, and for description, I'm just going to simply type, that's a small description, but that's how it works. All right, now I'm going to click on select. And as you can see, the logo has been added over here. How cool is that? So if you want to increase its size, you can simply increase the slider, 55 pixels. All right, so it's not that beautiful, you know. I just came up with the logo and it's not looking nice. But of course, when you're building your site, you should have a beautiful logo. You can use Canva to build your own logos, or if you are good with Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop, you can design your own logo, or you can hire freelancers to design a logo for you. But always have a good logo for your e-commerce website. So once you're done, just simply click on the publish button and it's going to save our website right now. You can also see there's the option to enable the site title. So it's currently disabled. So let's see what happens if we enable the site title. Okay, so the site title is home decor. We can change the site title as well. Okay, so I added a site title. You might already notice that this isn't looking that nice. So I'm going to disable the site title. There's the site tagline. Remember, we added a tagline. So our tagline is an e-commerce website. So you can customize your tagline from here as well. But it doesn't look nice and I'm going to disable it. I'm just showing you that you have the option to add this. So once you're done, click on publish and just go back. I showed you how you can change the logo, but there are ways to change your menu as well. But we'll come back to this later on. For now, I just wanted to change my logo. So let's go back. Okay, so let's upload a fav icon to our website. To add a fav icon, just simply scroll down and in this core option, click on site identity. Here you can add your site title, tagline, which we did in our WordPress admin dashboard from settings, general option, if you remember correctly. And here you can upload your site icon or fav icon, whatever you'd like to call it, but make sure your fav icon is 512 by 512 pixels, okay? So I'm going to click on this button over here, and I'm going to upload an image like before from my computer. So this is a cart icon that I downloaded, and I'm going to add an alt text and a description to it. So I added alt text and a description, and then I'm going to click on select, and that item has been added to my site icon. A fav icon or a site icon is very important for your branding. It is displayed on the tab of a browser and helps you identify a website quickly when multiple tabs are open. Okay, so let's click on publish. All right, so we have our logo changed and our site icon added. Now let's exit this builder and let's go back to our dashboard. All right, so with those out of the way, we now can create our first product. So before we get started, let's take a look at what WooCommerce introduced to our website. So after installing WooCommerce, you have noticed that we gained 4 of these options over here. The first one is the WooCommerce, the second one is the products, the third one is the analytics, and the fourth one is marketing. So let's take a look at the primary one, WooCommerce. So if we click on WooCommerce, it takes us to the home option. All right, so in the home section you'll see there's a notification over here that's letting us know that coupon management has moved. So previously coupons were located over here. So if you click on coupons, it will take you to marketing coupons. So let's try it. If I click on coupons, it's taking us to marketing coupons. So this is where you can create your coupons. All right, so that's what the notification is telling us. Okay, so the next thing it tells us is the things to do. So get the free WooCommerce mobile application, discover where to find powerful store add-ons and integrations with a WooCommerce marketplace store. So the first one is telling us to get a mobile application. So there's a mobile app for WooCommerce, so you can maintain or manage your website from your mobile. The second thing it's telling you to do is to find powerful add-ons and integrations for WooCommerce. You see, WooCommerce has so many add-ons and integrations to add different functionalities to it to make it more powerful. But for our basic website, we do not need these add-ons. I'm just going to show you how you can build a simple store. The next one is the inbox. This is where WooCommerce will send you various notifications, emails. The final one is the stats overview. You can take a look at your total sales, your orders for today. You can cycle it through today, week to date, month to date. You know, all the informations are available. If we scroll down, there's the store management. So this is a small section where you can access your marketing, where you can add your products, personalize your store, view your store. And the other option is the settings. From here, you can view your store details, payments, tax, and shipping. So all of these informations are easily accessible from this little window. So if you click on add product, it would take you to products and add new products over at this section. So you can access that from here. All right. So before adding the product, let's have a small introduction to all these options. So after home, there's the orders option. So I'm going to quickly explain all of these. So we don't have any orders right now. When you receive an order, it will appear over here. That's just so simple. The next one is the customers. You already have guessed. This is where all your customers' data will be shown, the customer username, the date they registered, their email address, their orders, the amount of money they spent, etc. The next one is the coupons. So you've already seen what coupons is. So from here, you can create your first coupon. So if I click on create your first coupon, it will take you to another screen. Of course, this is in the marketing tab right now. So here you can add your coupon code, or you can generate your coupon code, then describe your coupon. And from here, you can choose the discount type, which is the percentage discount, fixed cart discount, or fixed product discount. And then you can enter the coupon amount, how many coupon will be available, allow free shipping. You can also mention the coupon expiry date. You can also build user restriction, minimum spend and maximum spend. So people have to spend at least $100 in order to get this coupon or this discount. So you can set conditions over here as well. Also, you can include products or exclude products. There are various options over here for you to explore. Okay, so after coupons, there's the reports. Of course, you know what reports is. You will get the daily reports of your WooCommerce shop. There's the gross sale. There's the net sales, orders placed, items placed. All this information are noted over here. You can also cycle through sales by product, sales by category, coupons by date, and customer downloads. And you can also cycle through month, last month, or year. Or you can set your own custom date. For example, you want data for the last 2 years. You can also include it over here. You can also click on this customer tab. It's going to show you the customer sales, guest sales. All information will be available over here. You can click on this customer list to view your customer list, and there's the export CSV option as well. So if you want to view this information in a CSV file, you can also export it. And there's the stock. This is where you can get the information of your stock. So currently we have no low in stock products found. So all our products are in stock. So we can click on this most stocked tab or out of stocked tab. So all these informations will be displayed over here. Next one is the settings. You will be working with the settings a lot, but before we go to the settings, let's go to the status. Okay, so this is the status tab. Here you can see the important information for your WooCommerce website, your WordPress URL, site URL, WooCommerce version. All this information are stored over here. There's the tools section, and it might help you to clear some cache, update database, and other important stuff. Next is the logs tab. Here you can view various logged actions on your e-commerce site. You can also find the errors and failed actions logged here. The next tab is the Scheduled Actions tab. This is the action scheduler library used by WooCommerce. It provides a robust, scalable background processing solution for developers. No need to worry that much about these options for now. Let's move on to the next option, that is the extensions. So from here you can install various extensions. As I showed you before, you can install PayPal payments, open close store hours and maintenance mode, product bundles. So you can click on the all to browse all of the extensions, or if you're looking for free extensions, you can click on free, and it will show you the free extensions, the WooCommerce Google Analytics, the WooCommerce Tags. All these are free, so you can install them if you want. So finally, the settings. Let's click on settings. Okay, so this is the WooCommerce settings options, and you might be working here quite often. There are multiple tabs over here: the general tabs, products, shipping, payments, accounts and privacy, emails, integration, advanced. There are so many options. I might not be able to explain each one of them, but I highly encourage you to actually click on these tabs, go to each options, explore them, and then you will understand how WordPress works. That is how you get better with the software, right? Using it and exploring it. That is how you understand and learn how the entire thing works. So still, let's go through a few descriptions. In the general tab, you can see there's the address line. So you can put your address of your store. If you have a long address, then add it in the address line 2 over here. The city, the country, postal zip code, the general options such as the selling location, shipping locations, default customer location. If you want to enable tax calculations, you can check this box. If you want to enable coupon codes, you can also add this. And there's also the currency. So from here you can choose your currency, which is the United States dollars. You can also select euros if you want. It's over here. You can select euro or any other currency you want, and the currency position is left, so the dollar sign will be put in the left side. Next is the thousand separator. By default, comma is selected over here, so your thousands will be separated with a comma. The next one is the decimal separator, and by default a full stop or a dot is used here, so your decimals will be separated with this dot. And the next one is the number of decimals. So you can choose your number of decimals. By default, it's selected 2, and I prefer to keep it as it is. But you can customize these options if you want. So for products, if I click on products, you can see it shows your shop page is the products page. So if you click on this box, it will pop up a drop-down box which consists a list of your pages. So your shop page is basically your products page. So it is selected by default, and add to cart behavior, enable Ajax add to cart buttons on archive. So this is the best option, I think. So it's already selected. The placeholder image 5, measurements in kilograms or pounds or grams, ounces. You can select your weigh unit. You can select the dimension units. You can enable reviews, product ratings, etc. All options are over here. All right, so next is you can see there are also a few little options over here: the inventory, downloadable products, approved download, directories, advanced. Let's click on the inventory. I won't explore all of them. So in inventory, you can see there's the manage stock. You can enable stock management, so you can manage your stocks, hold stock 60 minutes, notifications. There's also a notification recipient. I mean, who will receive the notification? So if you're running out of a product, they will send you a notification and you will receive it on your email address. There's also the low stock threshold. So this option dictates when a product will be considered low in stock. So when you have only 2 products left, it will consider that a low stock threshold. Then it will send you a notification. And out of stock, obviously it's set to 0. And there's another option to hide the out of stock items from the catalog. You can click on this and it will hide that this item is out of stock. And also you can select the stock display format. From here, always show quantity remaining in stock, example 12 in stock, etc. So you can share these information. Also, you can decide never to show quantity remaining in stock. So there are a lot more options to explore. You can explore these. Let's still go to the shipping. From here, you can add your shipping zone. You can just follow the information on your screen. You can add the zone name, zone regions, and you can also add the shipping methods. All right. So you can select the zone where you're shipping, and then you can add multiple shipping methods within this zone. All right, using this add method. You can apply flat rate, you can apply free shipping, local pickups. All these informations are available here, so you can actually customize this according to your need. The next tab is the payments. Of course, it is important how you want to set up your payment. So the WooCommerce payment is the Visa, MasterCard, Google Pay, Apple Pay, American Express. So what you can do is simply install this, and it will enable the WooCommerce payment system. So if you want direct bank transfer, you have to enable this, and then you have to finish setup. So I want the WooCommerce payment system, so I'm going to click on install. All right, so our payment system has been added. The accepted methods are these Visa, American Express. These are all the payment system now. You can also see that this option has been added over here as well. So to get paid, what you need to do is create and connect your account, provide a few business details, and the setup will be complete. So it's really easy and straightforward. You can do it on your own. I'm not going to show you this process, but it's just very simple. So the next option that we were looking at, let's go back to the settings, and let's go back to payments. All right, so we have connected this WooCommerce payment. If you want the cash on delivery, you can also enable this option as well. So the options are already there. So just enable these options and finish setting them up, and your payment system will be saved. So there are much more informations over here: the emails, the integrations, advanced, multi-currency. So let's take a look at the emails quickly. When you're going to receive an email, when there's a new order, you will be emailed. If an order is cancelled, you will also receive that information. Failed order, you'll also receive that information. So for order on hold or processing order, these emails will be sent to the customer. You can also manage these emails by clicking on this button, and you can dictate what will be sent to your customer. So you can select a subject, you can select an email heading, and the email body will be this one: we look forward to fulfilling your order soon. Or on the subject, you can say, so you can say something like your order is on hold or something. Then you can click on save changes. So if the order is on hold, your customer will receive this email. You can also write something in the email body and then click on save changes. So that is how the WooCommerce mechanics work. So there are tons of different options for you to explore, but currently I think these are all enough. Now let's go ahead and create a product. I know all of you have been waiting for this one, so let's go ahead and create the product. To create a product, let's click on the products tab over here. And you can see there are so many products over here, but we didn't create any one of these. So these products were created when we imported our theme. when we imported the Blocksy theme, the starter site, it created all these products for us so that we can see how our shop looks. But what if you want to add your own product? How can you do that? It's very simple. Just simply click on this Add New button. And then you have to give your product a name. So, for example, I want to create a chair. So I'm going to give my chair a name. And then I'll add a little description. So I just added a small description over here. And then there's the general options of the regular price, the selling price, and the inventory. Well, look at that later, but let's see how you can publish this product. So I'm going to click on this Publish button. Remember, we didn't do anything at all. We just gave the name of the chair and gave a little description. So now let's take a look at our shop. All right, so if we scroll down, these are the furnitures, new arrivals. And there it is, the featured products, a nice chair. It's already here, but there's no image of our chair. That's okay, because we also don't have any price set up for this or the inventory. So let's take a look at how we can set this up. All right, so I'm going to click on this right now, and you can see it's uncategorized. It has a very small description, no reviews, nothing. So let's go back. So now let's upload a product picture. So if we look at here, the product image, we have the option to add an image. So let's click on this, and I'm going to select this chair, and I'm going to set product image. All right, so I can click on update to update my product page. Then we can add a regular price and a selling price. So the regular price of this chair is, let's say, $50. All right, so first you need to select your product data, of course. It's a simple product. You can create group product, external affiliated product, variable product, simple product, simple subscription, variable subscription. All options are over here, and it's neither virtual nor downloadable, so we are not going to click any of these. So this is the regular price of the chair. So I'm going to click on update, and now let's take a look at our page. So it's still not showing, so let's refresh this page, and now you can see that our chair has an image over here. If we click on this, you can see the mechanics of zooming into the product is working, and people can add it to cart, but there are still some problems. It's not showing how many products are in stock. It's not showing in any category. So there's also a missing description. So let's fix that. So let's say the regular price is 50. We are going to add 45. Now this is the selling price. To add a category, we can scroll down and take a look at the categories over here. You can see there are categories already created: the uncategorized, accessories, decor, furniture, lighting, vases. So you can add your own category if you just click on this button, right? You can also create your category if you go to the category section and create it from there as well. So for now, I'm going to select this furniture, since this is our category. Then a product short description. So I'm going to copy some dummy text, all right? Okay, so I added some dummy text over here, and now you can also add media files to it if you want, but I don't think anything else is necessary. I'm just going to go up, click on update. And now let's take a look at our product page. Nice, it's looking a lot better. There's the description over here, and there's this short description. Now people can add this to the cart. So the category is there as well. So it's looking a lot better now. There's still a problem of the inventory management. How many of these items are in stock, and shipping. There's a few more options that we need to take a look at. So let's go back and let's take a look at a few things. So there's the option to add product gallery images. So if you have multiple images of a product, you can create a gallery and it will appear over the product page. You can also create tags. Tags are important to better structure your website. So if you're selling multiple variation of a same product, you can add tags to better categorize it and give it a better structure. So if I'm selling a chair, it could be a wooden chair, it could be a plastic chair, it could be a bar stool, it could be many things. So I can add a tag to better categorize it. So if I add bar stool and click on add, so this tag has been added. So let's update. And now let's go back and update our page. And you can see the tag is also here. So this is a good way to structure your e-commerce website, is to add various tags. All right, so after this, now let's move on to the product data. So we have set up the general. Oh, you also see there's a schedule option over here. So you can keep this price at $45 for a specific amount of time. You can mention the sale price date. So from today to the next week, this is $45. So people have a limited time to buy this item at this rate. Okay. Now let's look at the inventory. If you come to the inventory, you can see the first thing you'll see is the SKU. So SKU stands for stock keeping unit. So you can add a stock keeping unit if you want. So for me, I'm just putting in a dummy SKU value. So I added just a dummy value over here. And then there's the manage stock option. So if I click on this, it will give you the option to select how many items are in stock. So I'm going to say that I have 15 of these chairs in stock right now, and allow back orders. If you want to allow back orders but notify customers, that's up to you. All right. There's the low stock threshold. It's default set to 2, but you can set it to any other quantity you want. Let's say if I want to set it to 3. You can also include the sold individually option to limit the purchases to 1 item per order. All right. So that's the inventory. Now let's go to the shipping. From here, you can mention the weight of this item. So we have selected kilograms. I'm going to say it's 2 kilograms in weight. You can mention the dimension. You can also include the shipping classes as well. There's the option of linked product. You can include the upsells and cross sells. So upsells are the product that you can suggest to a user which might be a bit better or more profitable than the currently selected product. Simply, you'll have to click on this box and enter the name of the product. So for example, if I click on update first, let me show you how this works. Let's take a look at the all products. So if people want to buy this, I want to suggest them of this product. So I'm going to say its name is EGESTS. All right, let's go to edit. And then let's go to link product. Okay, as you can see, when we typed EGE, there's a lot of products over here they're suggesting. So this is the product that we looked at. We can click on this, and an upsells product will be selected. So you can select multiple of these products. Next is the cross sells. So cross sells are the product that you promote in the cart based on the product that is currently selected. So people can take a look at other related products. So let's add a few products like this, a few cross sells as well. All right, now let's take a look at the attributes. So currently, this is a custom product attribute. You can add attributes such as colors or sizes. So for example, if you're trying to sell a shirt might have various attributes such as the size of the shirt. The shirt might be available in XL, in medium, or in small. So you can add attributes from here. I'm going to show you how you can do that later on. The last is the advanced. You can include a purchase note, a menu order, enable reviews, and I think it's good. So let's click on update and see how our product looks right now. So we're going to refresh this page. Okay, so now you can see that 15 in stock. It's showing the stock. There's the SKU code. There's the category tag. And there's additional information over here as well. And you can also see we added the upsells, and it's showing up over here. This particular chair. If you scroll down, it's also showing relatable products right now. How cool is that? Now, There's the additional information. If we put it over here, you can see the weight has been mentioned here. Okay, so everything is working perfectly. So now if we click on home, and if we scroll down, you can see in the new arrivals, it's showing us our chair, a nice chair, the price, and it's also showing up over here as well. Fantastic, it's looking really nice. So that is how you can add a product to your WooCommerce website. So if we take a look at the furniture tab, so the furniture tab is over here. You can see there's 10 items. So if we click on the furniture tab over here, you can see our chair has been included over here. Now that's cool. Okay, now let's go back. So you might be wondering why I scrolled all the way down here and clicked on furniture while there was a furniture category over here. So a problem with this theme might be if you click on this furnitures, you can see that it takes us to the furnitures page, but it's not showing our chair. Now the reason for this is it's actually taking us to another page. So if we take a look at the URL, you can see that it's taking us to the democreativethemes.com. So it's taking us to another URL. So let's go back. And we can actually fix this. We can simply select this and link it to our category page. So I'll quickly show you how you can do that. In order to find out the URL of our category page, we can simply click on this furniture and we can take a look at the URL. You can see this is our URL. We can copy this URL from here. Or what you can do is go back to your dashboard and then from the product section, go to categories. From here, you can select the furniture categories and click on view. And you can copy the URL. So I'm going to copy this URL. And then I am going to simply go back to my dashboard and then to my own site. All right, from here, we are going to click on edit page. So don't worry about editing the page. I'm going to show you how the Gutenberg blocks work. So don't worry about that. Currently, I'm just showing you how you can add your categories over here. So what you need to do is simply select this, and this is actually the image. We need to click on the navigation. So we can click on this list view. Now this tells us how this website was built. You can see these are the Gutenberg blocks. These are actually the stackable blocks which are added over here. So what you can do is the image block. So this entire thing is the image block, and if we select this, there are some options to customize it. So if we click on this link tab over here, you can see the link is directing us to the demo.creativethemes.com/blog. So we don't want this, so we're going to click on edit. We are going to replace it with our own category URL. So I'm going to simply click on enter. And now this is our URL. So I'm going to update this page. And now let's view this page. Now if we scroll down and click on furniture, you can see that it takes us to our URL and it's also showing us our chair. So what we have done is we've created a product, we added a category, and then we included the category over here. But the problem is that it's showing 58. Now I will show you how you can customize your design, add these design blocks, or create a design completely on your own. I will show you all those later, but what we want to do right now is add a variable product and show you how these things work. All right, so let's head back to our dashboard. And from here, let's get to products and all products. So now I want to add some shirts, say for men's collection. All right, so I'm going to click on the add new button from here. And from here, I want to write a black shirt. So that's the name of our product. Now I'm going to add a little description. Okay, so I added some description over here. Now, if we scroll down, there's a product short description. We can put a short description here as well. All right, so all these are done. Now let's add a product image. Alright, so I have a black shirt over here. I'm going to select it. Alright, so I have a black shirt over here. Okay, so from here there's the categories. Now I will show you how you can create a category. You can simply click on this add new category, and I'm going to name this men's collection. Now I'm going to add this category, and again I'm going to add another category. I want to include these shirts under the parent category, which is the men's collection. So I'm going to write shirts, and then I'm going to select the parent category, which is the men's collection, and then I'm going to add it. So now we have the subcategory here as well. So under men's collection you can add other subcategories such as shirts, watches, shoes, etc. All right, I'm just showing you one single example. And let's also add a tag. So let's add some tags to our product. So I added 2 tags, and it's always better to add some tags to your product. It also structures your website better. So all these are done. Now I'm going to click on update. Then I'm going to add some price. Let's say it's $55.95, but its selling price is now, say, $39.99. All right, so next is the product data. So we can add a variable product as well. So I'll show you how you can create the variation. So here's the SKU. So I'm adding a fake number over here. Then manage stock level. I'm going to say 50. And okay, this is all okay. So the minimum will be 5. And then I'm going to go to shipping. Its weight is 200, and the linked product, we don't have any linked product attributes, so we can add multiple attributes as well. So for example, I want to add 3 attributes, say, just for simplicity. So I'm going to add an attribute. So I'm going to click on the add button. You can see in the example they're saying fabric or brand. You can enter these attributes as well. So I'm going to enter the etc. So I've added some attributes. I'm going to save it. In a similar way, you can add multiple variables. Then let's go to variations. Okay, so now I want to enter sizes. So I'm going to click on add. And for these one, I want to also include the used for variations. So I'm going to click on save attributes. And now let's go to variations. And you can see there's an option to add variations. So I'm going to click on go. From here, you can click on the drop-down menu and create more variations. But we created the sizes attribute and added 4 sizes for our shirt. So from this screen, we can edit our product for those sizes. So if we click on all sizes and we just simply expand this, you can see there's a lot of options over here. You can select the small size, you can select the medium size, you can select the XL size. So for small size, if we open this up, you can add an image for the small shirt. You can add the value for it, SK value for it. You can also add variation price. So I'm going to quickly fill all of these up and show you how this looks. Okay, so I created the variations for small, medium, large, and extra large. So a mistake I did was I named it the large one X, so I corrected it over here, and then I added all these. So you can simply scroll down and take a look at all of these over here. So after you're done, you're going to click on save changes, and that's it. And for advanced and get more options, we don't need anything else. We're going to simply click on update and take a look at our product page. Alright, so if we scroll down, we can see the black shirt is over here. Now if we click on it, as you can see, our product has been updated. You can already see some changes over here, but still, let's look at it from top. Okay, so our product title is over here, and you can see the price is looking a bit different. Now it says the product is valued from $40 to $55. Now why is the price like this? It's because we have added 4 variables for this product. So if we scroll down and if we click on this additional information tab, you can see the weight, has been added over here. The fabric has also been added, and also the sizes. So the product or the shirt is available in 4 different sizes: the small, medium, large, and XL. Okay, so I have made the price of the small shirt $40. If you come back here, you can see that it's $40. So this product's least or minimum value is $40, and the price of XL, the largest size we have of this shirt, is valued at $55. So the maximum price of this product is $55 and the lowest is $40. So that is why it's showing its price like this, $40 to $55. All right, so this is what it will look like if you have multiple variables of a product. So there's the description now again, and if we scroll down, there's a new option that says sizes, and it's asking us to choose an option. An interesting thing is that you can also see the add to cart button is disabled. Why it's disabled? Because we haven't chosen a size. So your customer or your user has to choose a size in order to add that product to their cart. If we try to click on this product, let's see what happens. It's saying, please select some product options before adding this product to your cart. Okay, so now if we click on this option and let's say we choose the large shirt, you can see for the large shirt we have added some description over here. Then the price of the shirt is $49, and it's also showing us how many shirts we have in stock. And now we can add this product to our cart. We can also increase or decrease the quantity of the product, and then we can click on this add to cart button to add it to our cart. So let me also show you the other sizes. So if we choose the small size, you can see it's $40, right? As I said that the lowest value of this product is $40, so the smallest size is $40. Now if we go to XL, it's $55. You can see this is the maximum price. So that is how this mechanics work. So if I select the large one and click on add to cart, now this item has been added to our cart. So if somebody wants to check out, they can simply click on this checkout button. Now they can proceed with their payment. They have to just fill up their billing details, and of course you can see a message here that's saying, sorry, it seems that there are no available payment methods for your state. Please contact us if you require assistance or wish to make an alternative arrangements. So we haven't actually completed our payment procedure, but if you set up your payment procedure, you will not see this option. All right, so go ahead and finish the payment process or the payment gateway, and this option will go away and people can place their order. Okay, so let's actually go to our cart. So this is the cart page, and I'm going to remove it. Okay, that's it. Now let's return to our shop, and from here you can see the additional information. It's not showing us the fabric. Okay, so if you want, you can also include another variable. All you have to do is, let's go back to our product page. From here, what you can do is go to attributes, and you can see there's the fabric and there's the sizes. So if we check mark this option and then go to variations and bring this drop down box and then create variations from all attributes, if you select this and click on go, the fabric attribute will be added over here as well, and you can customize those products as well. So in this way you can create variable products and add more variations to it. So for shirt you can add sizes, various colors, fabrics, and much more. Okay, so I went on ahead and added some more products for our men's collection. So let me scroll down to my footer, and you can see in the men's collection I've added watches here, and I've added a few shirts. So if I click on men's collection, you can see all these products over here. If I click on the watches, there's the watch, there's the description. Okay, so a problem that I'm having is when I'm in the men's collection, it's showing me all the products over here. Now in the future, I might have more categories such as shirts, watches, shoes, hats, coats, etc. If I add all those subcategories and add products to it, this page won't look that nice because all the products will be stuffed together here. So what I want is to display the subcategories instead of the products. So I'm having the same problem over here as well. So if I go to my home page and on my products page, you can see all the products are listed over here. Shirts, the furnitures, the decor, everything is placed over here and it's not looking nice. So I want to display the subcategories instead of the products. So to solve this problem, what we can do is go to Customize. Of course, you can also access your Customize menu from your dashboard. I'm going to show you how you can do that. So this is the Customize menu. So let me just click on Close, and I'm going to show you how you can access it from your dashboard. So let me go back to my dashboard. Okay, so we're here in our dashboard. To access the customizer, you can simply hover your mouse over Appearance and select Customize. It brings us in the same section. So while we're here, we can scroll down and you can find a WooCommerce. So if you're using a WooCommerce plugin, it adds a special section over here in the Customizer menu. So while you're in WooCommerce, go to Product Archives, scroll down, and here you can see Product Catalog. So click on this, and from here you can see the Shop Page Display. So it's currently selected Show Products. That's not what we want. We want to show categories and subcategories. So I'm going to click on this drop down, and then I'm going to select Show Categories. So it's applying the changes. All right, next it's saying category display. So in the category page, I want it to display the subcategory. So I'm going to click on this drop down button, and then I'm going to click on show subcategories. Okay, we are done. Now simply click on this publish button to save your changes. And then let's go back and then click on the back again. Now let's scroll up and click on this cross button to go back to our dashboard. And now let's go back to our website and take a look at how it looks. So if I scroll down and click on men's collection, now it's showing us only two subcategories over here, although we don't have images for that, and I'm going to show you how you can add the images. So let's click on the products page first and see if it's okay. All right, so it's coming along really good. You can see the accessories here, decor, furniture, lighting, men's collection, and vases. So if I click on men's collection, it's showing me the same page. All right, so now let's see how we can add images to our categories and subcategories. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. And from here, we're going to hover our mouse over products and click on categories. And from here, we are going to hover our mouse over, let's say, men's collection. I'm going to click on edit. And then I'm going to select a thumbnail. So I'm going to click on this upload button. And I'm going to select this image. And I'm going to use this image. Of course, after selecting this image, you can add the alt text, caption, description, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm trying to save some time, so I'm going to quickly select this image and click on update. To make it look better, let's go back to the categories and let me add the shirt thumbnail as well. So let me scroll down and click on this shirt subcategory and add a thumbnail over here as well. I'm going to click on upload, and I think I have an image. All right, let's select this one. Click on update. All right, then I'm going to go back to categories again. So this is actually a time-taking process. You have to take your time and upload all the images. This one, let's use it. Let's click on update. All right, so that's it. Now let's go back to our website and see if everything is working. So let me scroll down and select men's collection from here. So now you can see the image has been added. There's a featured image for the shirts and watches. Now let's click on the products page. And you can see the men's collection has been added over here. So let me quickly add the other images. I will skip the video ahead and show you how it looks. Okay, so I have added all the catalog thumbnails, and you can see how good it's looking. Now, if we click on furnitures, you can see the furnitures over here. And now let's go back and click on the men's collection. Now everything is looking very nice. Now if we click on watches, it shows us all the watch. So I think our design is coming along really great. But we are having a problem here. You can see our text color here. It's dark, and so is our background. Now people might have difficulty reading this text. Okay, so let's try to solve this issue. Okay, so let's go to the customize menu. Okay, from here, now let's scroll down and let's go to the product archives. And from here you can see there's an option called the page title. So if I disable this, I think this entire section will go away. Yes, so that's one way of doing it. Okay, so if you disable the page title, that entire section will be turned off and you will only have the products. But I think the design was looking really good, so I'm going to turn it back on. And let's try to find a way to solve this issue. Let's try to change the color. So let's click on the page title over here, and it will bring you to a different section. Here you can further customize the page title. Okay, so you can see the title. If you click on the drop down, it shows the heading tag 1, so it's the H1 tag. But we want to change the color. To change the color, click on this design tab, and you can see the title font color. It's currently selected black. We can click on it and select white, and you can see the color has changed. So that is how you can actually change the color and solve this issue. You can also change its font family and style the text in different way to make it more beautiful. Or you can try to pick a different background with a different color so that the text is actually visible. So after you do this, click on the publish button and then click on the close. And there you go, the problem is now solved. Now all that's left is to explain to you how the Gutenberg works and how you can design your website on your own. All right, so how this slider was built, how all these designs are here. Now let's learn how to build your website using Gutenberg. So to edit your page, what you can do is click on this edit page button over here. Now if you had say Elementor, you would have had the option to edit with Elementor. If you clicked on that button, you can build your site with Elementor, but since we're using Gutenberg, we have a different option. So let's click on edit page. Okay, so it brings us to our page builder. Here you can see our website is looking a lot different right now. There are shortcodes, there's a lot of things that might not make very sense. So let me explain to you how this entire site was built. So how Gutenberg works is there are a bunch of Gutenberg blocks which you can use. You can simply drag and drop those blocks over here on your screen and then customize those elements from here. So what I mean by this is if we click on this plus button, you can see there are several blocks over here. So these are the Gutenberg blocks, all right? So what you can do is you can simply drag these over here and then you can customize it. You can see there are so many blocks, the accordion, the block codes, the buttons, icons, cards, countdown, heading, text. There are so many of these over here. There are tons and tons of these blocks over here. So you don't have to go around and wonder how this was built, how this image was built, how this text was put over here, how the design was made. So every design is already made over here. All you need to do is drag and drop these on your screen and then customize it. All right. So let's take a look at these blocks at first. So you can see the stackable is written over here. This is because all these blocks has been added by Stackable. The Stackable plugin was installed when we imported our starter site, if you can remember correctly. So it's colored differently. Now if we scroll down, we can see some dark colored blocks over here, paragraphs, headings, lists. So these are the default Gutenberg blocks. You can see there's another one which is the block slider. It's not the default Gutenberg block. It was added when we installed block slider plugin. So if we scroll down, there is the images, there's the designs, buttons, rows, everything is over here. But you can see there are purple colored blocks over here. So these were added by WooCommerce. So WooCommerce also adds some blocks to your Gutenberg plugin. So this is the beauty of Gutenberg. It has so many blocks and it integrates really well with other plugins as well. So now let's try to do a little designing and see how this works. So there are a few designs over here. I'll talk about the shortcodes over here a bit later on, but first let's look at how these designs were made. So this is a bit complicated design. Let's talk about a simple design. Okay, so let's take a look at this design. So by looking at it, I can tell you that what they did was they took a container over here and they divided it into 3 columns. This one column, the second column, and the third column. And furthermore, they divided those 2 columns into another 2 columns, one column and the other column. So one column has an icon element over here, and the other column has a heading text and some normal texts. So that is how the entire thing was built. So in order to know how things were built, you can simply click on this list view. So if I click on this list view, you can see the entire structure of the site is being shown here, and you can understand how everything is built. Although this might look a little bit confusing at first, but let me tell you, this is really more convenient. So if I click on this container, you can see this container has been automatically selected. So if I select this container over here, you can see there's, let me close this one. You can see there's a border, blue border around here showing me that this is the column that we have selected. So if I click on this one, this column is selected. Now if I expand this a little bit, you can see, as I have told you, there are 3 columns over here, column 1, column 2, and column 3. So if we expand this column a little bit further, you can see it has another column within it. So it might look a little bit confusing, but I'm going to explain it to you. This is very easy actually. So if I expand this column, it yet again has 2 more columns, this column 1 and this column 2. And this column, as I've said, you can see the border over here. When we hover our mouse over this column, it shows us which column we are hovering our mouse over. So it contains only one element or block, which is the icon block. So let's expand this. And you can see, as I was saying, this is the icon block. Now if we expand this column, can you guess which elements were used? Yes, it's a heading text and a normal text. So let's expand this and see if it's correct. That is correct. So there's the heading and there's the text. So that is how this entire section was built. Now let us learn how you can build a section similar to this one manually. So let's fold this container now. And you can see there's a spacing over here. There's a bit of space. So we are going to add a container. So what we can do is click on this plus button. And here is the columns container. If you cannot find it, you can simply search for container over here. So if I type on CONTAINER, you can see the container is over here. What you can do is you can simply drag and drop this over here. All right, so we have added a container or a column over here. So it's also asking us to select a variation to start with. So there are a lot of variations. There's the 1 column, there's the 50-50 equal split column, there's the 30-70 split column, the 70-30, there's the 3 equal splits, and there are so many variations. So if we want to create something like this, which one do you think is better? Of course, this one. This is the 3 columns with equal splits, and that is how this column was actually built. So I'm going to select this one, and you can see it has added 3 more points where we can add blocks. So do not worry about the design right now. Let's just start adding the containers. All right, so we are going to take another container. So I'm going to click on this plus button and a small window will appear. Now this window consists of the most recently used blocks, and you can use this to quickly build your site. Right, so I'm going to use take another column, and it's asking us the same thing, to select another variation. So for this variation, how was this built? So here's one column, and here's the other column. So two columns were built, but they were not equal. So let's say this is 30% and that is 70%. So let's select this 30, 70. And do not worry about the variation, because you can actually change this later on. Now that our section is created, let's actually start putting in elements. So how can we put elements? We can click on this plus button to add our element, or we can simply click on this plus button and find the block we need. So we need the icon block. We can simply drag and drop it over here, or what you can do is you can simply click on this plus and then select the icon. So now we have an icon. Now let's add some heading text over here. So I'm going to click on this plus button and select heading from here. Remember, if you cannot find what you're looking for, you can simply type heading over here. And you can see one heading is the default Gutenberg heading, the other one is the stackable. So I'm going to use stackable heading here. All right, so we have added some heading. So let's add some text. So it says high quality. So I'm going to write high quality here. Nice. Now the next thing that we have to add is the texts. A great thing about the heading block is that if you hit enter on your keyboard, it will take you to the next line and add a text block automatically. So you don't have to manually add the text block here. So it's really nice. So let me copy this text from here and let me paste it over here. Okay, so our design is coming along great, but it doesn't look anywhere near the real design. So how can we do that? So now let's learn how to customize your blocks. So what you can do is simply, let's say I want to customize this heading. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to click on this settings bar, and it's going to bring up the customization options. So there's the block, the style, and the advanced. So mostly we will be working with the block and style. All right. So from the block section, you can select the alignment. You can align it to the left, middle, or the right. As you can see, as we are selecting the alignment, it's aligning itself. All right. So you can also select a background, size and spacing, borders and shadows, and much more. But what we want to do is actually reduce its size first. So let's click on the style tab and let's select the H4 heading. Now our font size has reduced. You can further play around with this size toggler. You can increase or decrease its size as well. Now what we need to do is, you can see there's a 24 pixel gap over here. So if we hover our mouse over here, you can see there's a 10 pixel gap. So let's lower the gap. I'm going to hold my mouse and drag and drop it over here to 10 pixels. All right, so it's 10 pixels now. The next thing I want to do is, you can see this column has more width than this one. So as I told you earlier, you can control the width. How you can do is simply hover your mouse over here and drag to the left side to reduce its width. All right, so our design is looking much more similar now. So another thing that we can do is our icons. So you can see we have a star icon while there is a thumbs up icon over here. So these are SVG images. So I don't have many SVG images right now. So to change the image, you can simply click over here and you have the option to upload an SVG image. There are many websites from which you can download free SVG icons. Or if you're good with Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator, you can design your own SVGs. Since I have no more SVGs, I'm going to select this one. All right, so our design is looking much more okay. So what happens after you make this design? Do you have to go ahead and keep doing it over here and here? Actually, no, you can simply select this entire container, copy it, and paste it over here. So how you can do that is, let's bring up the navigation menu from here, and let's select this column. All right, so let's fold it. Okay, no, let's select this column. So in order to copy and paste blocks, you have to select similar columns. All right, so I'm going to select this column and paste it over here. To do that, I'm going to click on this settings or options button and then copy block option. All right, so that is how you can copy the blocks. It also says your column is copied to the clipboard. Then simply select the other column and press Ctrl V on your keyboard. Alright, so now our design has been copied over. So I'm going to do the same thing for here. Excellent. Now let's just edit the text a little bit. Alright, so we have edited the text. Now let's change the icons. And now for this one. Alright, so I have selected the icons as well. Now a problem is that the background, as you can see, this block has a green or olive colored background. How you can do that? So this is basically the entire container. So let me fold everything up and let's select our container. I think this is the container this is our container. So what we can do is go to the block and from here click on background. And from when we enable the background button, we have the option to add a single color or a gradient color or even a background image or video, but we only want to add color. So let's click on this background color option and you can see that it's showing us various colors, the color palette 1, 2, 3. So all the color palettes used in this theme are being shown here. So I'm going to select this one. Okay, so our color is okay, but our texts are not right. So let's color our text white. So I'm going to select our heading text and then I'm going to color it white. And same goes for the icon. So let's select the icon. So this is why I actually prefer working with navigation. So you can see we have smushed the icon so close that we cannot select it from here. So if that is a problem, you can simply select it from the navigation menu over here. So now the icon has been selected. We can click on this icon color option and select the white color. So we're going to do the same for all these. Also, I'm going to change the text color. So simply select the text, expand the typography, text colors, and select white. So do these for all of the other ones. Okay, so now our design is looking much better. Okay, so if we close this up, you can see another problem that we have is this is taking the full width while our container isn't taking the full width. Also, there's a bit of padding on the top and the bottom. So how can I fix this? So if I click on this entire container again and expand the settings option, you can see in the sizes and spacing, there are options. Oh, I have forgot to add a color over here. So let me quickly add the color. All right. So now let's get back to the sizes and spacing. Okay, so from when I select this, you can see there are a lot of options to increase the minimum height, maximum content width, padding, margins, so many options. So let's just add simple padding from top and bottom. How we can do that, when just come to padding over here and then click on these individual sides. Now we have the option to add individual sides. So if I increase the slider, you can see the padding is increasing. So let's put it to 75 and 75 from the bottom. I can also type over here as well, but it's still not looking the same. So to understand how a design is working, I can simply click on this container and look how they have designed this. So they have added 100 pixels from top and 100 pixels from bottom. So now let's select our container and add 100 pixels from top and 100 pixels from bottom. Fantastic. Now let's close these settings and it's looking a lot better, but it's still not taking the full width of the screen. So to do that, you can simply select this container and from here you can see the alignment. So click on this button and click on the full width and there you have it. Our design is now complete. You can see that our design is looking similar to the one on the top. Now obviously my design isn't looking that good because we don't have these icons. I am just showing you how you can work with Gutenberg to build your site. Since this is a tutorial on how to build a WooCommerce website, I'm not going to show you much about how these things are designed, but you can actually experiment with Gutenberg and see how all these things are made. For example, this section, a lot of work was needed to display all the images and text over here. So if we click on this list view, you can see, let's select this container, let's expand this. There's two columns, and the column has an image box. The image box has image, another column. So the texts were added over here, then it was pushed right over here. And these also have the links I've shown you here. Let's click on the settings. Here, the links are here. So if we click on this furniture, it will take us to the furniture's product section. Okay, so go ahead and experiment with Gutenberg. Understand how everything works in Gutenberg, all right? See how the buttons work, see how the call to action works. So there are so many options that if I start explaining each and every one of them, our video will never end, all right? So try to practice with all of these and see which works for you. So I'm going to delete our container. This was just to show you how things work. So I'm going to click on this button and click on remove the columns and container. All right. So the other thing that we need to explain are these shortcodes. You can see there was a beautiful slider on our homepage, but here we can see only a shortcode over here. So where is the slider designed? Again, if we scroll down, the new arrivals, these have only shortcodes over here. So what's wrong actually? So let's start with the slider first. So if I go back to my WordPress dashboard, you can see there's the block slider option over here. If I click on this block slider, so it brings us to this dashboard over here. If we click on this all sliders, you can see a very familiar page. So this is the same page which you can see in the posts, pages, and product section. So let me refresh your memory. If I click on posts, you can see this is the same section. There are a lot of posts. There's the add new button. For pages, there are all the pages, the add new button. So the block slider is also similar. If we click on the all slider, you can see the same settings is over here. So if we click on the add new button, we can design a new slider for our website. But currently there's already a slider built over here, and you can see a shortcode over here as well. So let's click on the edit and see our slider. And it brings us to this page. Now that we have worked with Gutenberg a little bit, you might already understand what's going on around here. So they took a container, and within that container, they added a space over here, then some text, then a bit more space, a heading text, some more text, and these are the button groups. And over there, they added an image, and this section, they added some text. Okay, so let's click on this list view, and let's expand the block slider. You can see that it's built the way I described it. There's a column over here, and it's been divided into two columns, one column over here, one column over here. And this column has some space, text, heading, text, and a button group. And then for the second column, there's some text over here and an image over here. So if you want, you can make a new design on top of this slider. So if I click on this slider, I can customize it from here. So I can select another picture. So why not select another picture? Let's select this one. All right, so we selected another picture over here. So from here we can customize the width, or we can just set default, the height, image, alt, zoom. There are many options that you can work with here. And again, there's the slides button, and again you can add different slides. So if I click on 2, there's the second slide. If I click on 3, there's the other slide, and 4, there's the other slide. You can add more slides by clicking on this button, and you can also design this. So for example, there are the effects. Look at this. Effects is slide. We can also select the fade options. So our slider will fade instead of sliding, but I think sliding looks better, so let's keep it. You can also select the height, the minimum height, enable navigation. So we can enable the navigation. There will be a button over here. I think this looks better, so let's enable the button as well. There's the autoplay. So if we enable the autoplay, our slider will automatically slide from next one image to the other. So that is how the slider was built. So I'm not going to save my changes because I changed the image over here, but the image already exists over here, so it wouldn't look nice. So let's just exit and let's click on edit again, because I want to save one more changes, and let's enable the navigation from here and the autoplay. All right, so now let's click on update. Okay, so now let's head back to our dashboard, and you can see there's a shortcode over here. So when we create a new slider, our shortcode will be automatically generated for us. Then what you do is you copy, right click and copy this shortcode, and then let's go back to our website. Here we are, and you can see the same shortcode has been added over here. So this particular block is another Gutenberg block. So let me show you. If I click on this plus button and type in shortcodes, you can see that this is the block that was used over here. So you simply drag and drop this block over here and you paste in the code, and that is how our website's slider was built. Now if we scroll down in the new arrivals section, you can see there's another shortcode that says product limit 4, column 4, sales true. So this was showing all the products that were on sale. You might be wondering how this shortcode was retrieved. This is actually a WooCommerce shortcode. So if we go to WooCommerce shortcode page, okay, so this is WooCommerce shortcode page. I'm going to link this in the description below so you can read about it. So if we scroll down, it explains to us how these shortcodes were used. And on our website, we had a similar shortcode such as this one, product limits. Product limits, columns, best selling true. So if we go back to our website, its product limit is 4. That means 4 products will be shown in 4 columns, and the on sale will be true. So you can browse this entire page and understand how the shortcodes of WooCommerce works. Using these shortcodes is an excellent way to build your WooCommerce website quickly, because the purpose of an e-commerce site is to sell your products, and if you spend more time on designing your site, it will take you a lot more time to build your entire site. So you can use these shortcodes to quickly build your site. So I'm going to link this web page in the description below so you can check it out. Okay, I think that covers everything. You now know how the entire page was built, how the shortcode works, you know how to add your products, how to customize your products, how to manage your e-commerce website. So you know all this information right now. Okay, so our website is looking a lot better. You can see the slider has changed a lot. There are buttons over here. You can look at the buttons. Of course, these navigations are not working because you can see that it appears over our Buy Now button. So I'm going to quickly disable it. Okay, so we have removed the navigation arrows. And another problem that I've noticed is in the slider, you can see there are 2 buttons. One is the Buy Now and the other one is the Details. So what happens when you click on them? So let's click on the Buy Now button. And you can see that it brings us to the same page. Same goes for the Details button. So nothing is basically happening. So the button is there, but the button has no function at all. So let's add some functionality to these buttons. So let's go back to our dashboard. From here, let's go to Blocksy slider and let's click on all sliders. Let's click on edit. And from here, let's select a button. I'm going to click on this Buy Now button. Let's click on the list view to confirm. Okay, so this is button 1 and this is button 2. So let's select the Buy Now button. And from here, let's scroll down. And here we can see an option called Link. So what we can do is we can link a page to this button so that when people click on this Buy Now button, it will direct them to the product page. So what we need is the link to this product page. So let's go back to our dashboard and hover our mouse over products and click on all products. So we don't have that particular product. So what we can do for this demonstration purpose only, we can select another product. say this product, for example. All right, so let's click on view, and it brings us to this page. So I'm going to copy the URL of this page. Okay, so I have copied the URL of this page. Now I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and then let's go to block slider and select all sliders. Click on edit, and now let's select this group button group, and let's select this buy now button. Let's bring up the list view, select this buy now button, scroll down and link this, and then let's click on update. And now let's view our website. Okay, now if we click on the buy now button, as you can see, it brings us to this section. So this issue is solved. So that is how you can change the buttons. So using the similar tactics, you can change these sections as well, but I'm not going to do that right now. Let's move on to another page, the services page. So we've talked about the services. So if your e-commerce site provides these services such as lighting, home decor, interior design, furniture, you can keep this page, or you can simply remove it. To remove this page, go to your dashboard, and from here, go to pages. From here, you can find the services page over here. You can simply click on trash to delete this page, and to completely remove it from your menu, go to appearance and menus. From here, your main menu, expand this and click on remove button to remove this menu item for good. Always remember to save menu after that, but I'm not going to remove the services page right now. Then the product page, we already talked about it. Now let's take a look at the About Us page. Okay, so this is the About Us page. You can customize this page with your Gutenberg and add your own picture over here. You can add some text over here. There are some text over here as well. You can scroll down and add an image, add more text, create your team section over here, or you can add a video here. There are so many things to do. You can add a brand section over here and then subscribe to our newsletter. So you don't have to replace anything. You can also build this completely from ground up. So let's click on the edit page. So it brings up the Gutenberg editor. Using this Gutenberg editor, you can see that you can upload a new image from here. You can customize the text, or you can add your own blocks and design this page the way you want. So let's scroll down. Also, you can take a look at this video section. So if we click on the list view, let's click on this. You can see this is a video pop-up, but this isn't actually a video. It's an image and an icon of a play button. It's simulating a video, but it's not a video actually. But you can actually add video pop-up block and click on this upload a video option to upload your video. So that's another thing that you can do. Okay, so let's close this. I'm not going to edit any of this. Just I wanted to show you how you can edit yourself. Let's get back to our site. And here's the blog section. Okay, so our e-commerce website has a blog. So many e-commerce websites nowadays have blogs, and through those articles and contents, you can promote your product. So this is a good way to promote your product. So you can have a blog if you want, or you can remove this completely. But how can you add a blog? Let me quickly show you. So let's go back to our dashboard. From here, click on posts, click on add new post, and this is a familiar setting. Simply add a title to your post, and then write your post here. You can also use Gutenberg. From here, you already know how to use Gutenberg. There are blocks, so you can add images, videos to your post. And after you're done, always click on this settings, go to post, select your author, select some category for your post. You can also add new categories from here as well. add some tags, then select a featured image. Always select a featured image for your post so it will look better. And after that, just simply click on publish and your post will be published. Since this is an e-commerce tutorial, I'm not showing you how you can post articles. If you want to know how to post articles, you can check out our blog tutorial. We will link it in the description below. So let's leave this for now and go back to our website. And then let's click on the contact page. Now, the contact page is up to you. You can have this page, you can customize this page if you want. I'm just going to show you how everything is done. So from here, you can click on edit page and replace all of these details with your own. So if you have a physical shop, write your address, your email address, your phone number so that people can contact you. And there is a form you can see here, send us a message, and people have to write their first name, their last name, their email address, their phone number, their subject, and their message. Then if they click the send message button, their message will be sent. So I'll also show you how the form works. This actually is made with WP forms. Okay, so let me click on edit page and quickly show you how this is done. So if we scroll down, you can see this is a block called WP Forms. So if we open up our Gutenberg and search for WP, as you can see, the WP form is already here. So let me show you how the form is built. So I'm going to remove this form from here. And then I'm going to add WP Forms. I'm going to drag and drop it over here. And now it's asking us to select a form. So these forms were actually created beforehand. So you have to create a form first and then you can add it on your front end. So if we click on this drop down, these two forms were already created. So these were created when we imported our starter site. So I'm going to click on this contact form, and there you have it. The form is over here. So that is how you can add forms. So let's find out how you can create these forms quickly. Okay, so let's go back to our dashboard. From here, you can see WP Forms. So let's click on this. And here, this is the WP Forms dashboard. Here you can see a notification. Don't miss out your form notification emails. They're sending you a notification. So you can install this extension if you want, but for now I'm going to ignore this. And we can see there are two forms, the newsletter sign up form and the contact form. So you can click on the add new button to create a new form, but let's check out how the contact form is built. So I'm going to click on edit. And it takes you to the form builder. So this is a familiar tactics. You can simply drag and drop the elements from the left hand side and drop it over here. So the first one is the setup. You can name your form and then you can choose a template. So the free version of WP Forms gives you a handful of templates to choose from. With the pro version, you'll have more templates, or you can start from scratch. So let's go to the fields, and from here you can see the name, first name, last name, email, single line. So we can remove some of these options and also add new. For example, I want to remove this. I'm going to click on this delete. Okay. And I can drag and drop this over here. And it creates a name section. So people have to write their first name, their last name. To edit this, we're simply going to click on this. And it brings us to this tab over here. So the first label is name and the format is last name. So you can change this to simple. And only name is here. So people only write their name over here. No last name required. If you want, you can also put the middle name as well. Okay, then there's the email, there's single line text, which is the phone number, and the subject and the message. So after you're done, you can click on the save button, but I'm not going to save it. I'm just going to keep it as it is. I'm just showing you how you can build your forms. And you can also see the shortcodes are also there. So you can copy this shortcode and paste it anywhere on your website in order to put that form on your page. Okay, so now let's go back to our store. Okay, so now let's scroll down. There's the latest news section and there's the new arrivals. I think the new arrivals is not looking good here, so I'm going to remove it. So let's click on edit page. I don't want this new arrival section on my contact page, so I'm going to select this. I think it's better to bring up the list view and remove this entire container. Then let's remove the spacing. Now let's keep the spacing. Let's remove this shortcode over here, and let's remove this space over here. Let's click on update, and now let's view our page. Okay, so it's looking much better. Okay, so we are almost at the end of the video. Before ending the video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the main menu. Well, the main menu is already generated when you imported the starter site, which you can actually edit. But I wanted to show you how this can be created. Also, I wanted to discuss how you can customize your footer. So the footer in Blocksy is built by a footer builder, which is similar to the header builder. I will show you how that works. But first, let's actually take a look at the menu. So if we click on customize, and you can see the menu is over here, we're going to click on header. And if we click on menu, there are a lot of options for you. So from here, you can select your menu. If we click on this drop down, currently the default menu has been selected. So the default menu is actually the main menu. So if we select main menu, it will remain the same. Okay. So if we scroll down, there are a couple of designs for your menu. If we select type 2, you can see there's a new design over here. If we select type 3, this is a new design. So you can select any design that you prefer. And there's a lot of design options for you to explore. But my focus is how you can actually create this menu, add or remove elements, how to create a drop-down menu, and all that. So if you want to do that, so we're going to click on publish to save our changes and go to our dashboard. So I'm going to click on this cross button and go back to our dashboard. And from here, we're going to go to appearance and click on menus. So this is where the menu can be created. So once you come over here, you can click on this link that says create a new menu. Okay, so if you click on this, it will allow you to create a new menu, but I'm going to show you how the current menu can be edited. So in the menu name, first the thing that you have to do is give your menu a name. Okay, so our menu is called the main menu. You can name it footer menu, sidebar menu, or whatever you want. So if we scroll down, you can see there are a few links to the menu, which is the home, services, products, about us, blog, contact. Okay, so all these things are here. So if you want to add a particular page, what you have to do from the side over here, you have to select it and click on add to menu, and it will be added to the menu. So let me show you. So first, let's remove the services page. We're going to click on remove and click on save menu. Now let's go to our website and check it out. As you can see, the services has been removed. Now let's get back to our dashboard, appearance and menus. Okay, so if I want to add services back, I simply have to check mark it over here and click on add to menu. And services has been added. And all of these elements are you can drag and drop. So I'm going to pick it up and drop it over here. Okay, so you can add various links to your main menu from here. So there are pages, posts, your custom links, categories, and also the WooCommerce endpoints. So if I click on pages, you can see there are the most recent ones. You can view all the pages from here. Any of the thing that you want, you can just simply check it and click on add to menu. So there's the posts. You can also add posts the same way, just simply click over here and add to menu. For custom links, if you have a custom link, you can add it over here as well. You can simply say, for example, I want to add a page called, so I want to add the privacy policy. So I don't have this page right now, but I can just simply put the URL as a hashtag since I don't have the page, and click on this Add to Menu button. And you can see the privacy policy has been added. So if we save the menu and return to our shop, you can see the privacy policy is over here. But if we click on it, it won't lead us to anywhere since we don't have the exact URL of the page. So let's go back to our dashboard in the menus, and we are going to remove it. So I'm just showing you, you have the option to add custom links. So we can also add categories, and since we're here, let's actually discuss about the submenu. So since we have the blog item over here, why not add all these categories as submenu of blog? To do that, first let's add these elements to our menu. We're going to select all and then add to menu. After all these are added, to add all these categories as submenu of blog, we simply have to drag and drop it over here, and you can see it's already a sub item. Note that you can, if you had dropped it to the left side, it would have been another menu item. But if we drag it and drop it over to the right side, now this gets added as the sub item. Now we will do the same for all these categories as well. So we're going to hold it and drag it and drop it over here. Okay, so after that, just simply click on Save Menu. And let's go see how our main menu looks. As you can see, our blog has been changed. Now if we hover a mouse over here, it will create a drop down. Okay, so that is how the main menu works. Now what about the footer? So let's hover a mouse to customize and click on footer over here, and we have to scroll down. Okay, so you can see that the footer builder is similar to the header builder, and it's using a lot more elements than the header. So let's go through this one by one. So the first element that you can see is the footer menu. So if we click on the footer menu, you can see there are the design options over here. It's similar to our header menu, so it's been added over here. If you don't want your menu over here, you can simply click on this cross button to remove it. Next one is the social icons. So the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Medium has been placed over here as social media links. So you can click on any of these buttons, the eye icon, and it will disappear. So if I want to omit Medium from here, I simply have to click over here and it will go away. All right. If you want to configure these links, what you have to do is go back and go to General. From here, you can see social network accounts. So if you click on here, you can see there's a long list of social media over here. Okay. So what you need to do is, for example, if you want to paste in your Facebook page link over here, go to your Facebook page and copy the URL, and then come back to this screen and scroll down, and here's the Facebook. So paste in your Facebook page URL and it will be added over here. Same goes for the other links for Twitter, Instagram. If you want to add your Dribbble account, you can do that as well. Just simply copy the URL and paste it over here. Okay, so let's get back to our footer builder. So that's the social icons, and next are the widget areas. So the widget area 1, 2, 3, there are 5 widget areas over here. So how these things were built, it's actually very simple. If you want to add or edit any widget, you can simply click on this edit button, or you can click over here. It will allow you to edit this widget. So this might be very familiar for you because this is the Gutenberg block editor. So using Gutenberg, you can edit your widget. Okay, since you know how Gutenberg works, this will be really easy for you. For example, let me do something for you here. This is the image block of Gutenberg. You can see the image block, and these are the texts. Okay, so since we have changed our site logo, let's change this decor logo over here. So I'm going to select it and I'm going to click replace, open media library, and this is our logo. I'm going to select it, and it's quite big, so I'm going to hover my mouse over here. I'm going to click and drag it to make it smaller. Okay, so our logo is now smaller. So if you want, you can also place it in the middle. I think it will look nice. I'm going to simply click over here and click on Align Center. Perfect. Now it's looking great. So that is how the widgets are built. So let's take a look at the widget area number 2. So it's simply a H5 heading tag, and these are the product list. So if you hover your mouse over here, this is the product list categories. So if we click on the plus button over here and search for product, okay, so this element was used over here. You can remove this and add your own element over here if you want, so it's not a problem. You can click on browse all and place any of your Gutenberg blog and edit it the way you want. Okay, so the same goes for this information and contact us. These all are the same. They just took a header, and this one is simply a bullet list with a few links. So it doesn't have the About Us page URL. So if anybody clicks over here, it will lead to nowhere. So make sure to go to your About Us page, copy the URL, come back over here, and then click on this edit button and paste in the URL. So your pages will have links. Now if we scroll down, there's finally the copyright section. If we click over here, you can add your copyright details. And in the widget area 5, there are a few icons of Visa, American Express, PayPal, MasterCard. So you can edit this if you want. So I'm just leaving it over here. So that is how the footer is built. So once you're done, you're simply going to have to click on Publish to save all your changes. And that's it. That's how you can customize your header menu or any kind of menu you can build right now, and you can also customize your footer the way you want. Okay, so that is how you build an e-commerce site with WooCommerce and Blocksy. So I hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys. I know there are a lot more things to discuss, but WooCommerce is such a huge plugin with so many options. So I encourage all of you to explore all these options, and that is how you will actually learn. If you experiment with the software, you will learn more about it. So let us know in the comment section how you feel about this tutorial, and if there's something we missed or if there's something you would like to know. Okay, so if this video was helpful for you guys, give it a like, share, and subscribe, because that supports us and it encourages us to make more helpful videos like this one. So till next time, see you. Take care.